Hey, what's up everybody? In this video, I'm going to show you how to figure out which zoom to use for the score challenge. Now, we do have the Star Wars theme score challenge going on right now, but you could apply these methods to any score challenges. So let's jump right into it. First thing you need to do is figure out which zoom is in which group. For the Star Wars score challenge, in Group A, we have Mace Windu, Han Solo, and Jedi Trainer Rey. In Group B, we have Anakin Skywalker, Master Luke, and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. And in Group C, we have Padme Amidala, Ben Kenobi, and Finn. One thing I will caution though, these results will vary from player to player because depending on which zoom you have and what level you have them at, that might be different for everyone. So these are just some suggestions, but this is how you would go about finding out which one works best for you as an individual. So what you want to do first is break them down. So let's take a look at Mace Windu, Han Solo, and Jedi Trainer Rey first. So as you can see, Mace Windu, the number required for a full charge does vary depending on the level. So the higher level you have him, the better because it will require less charge. However, his max score is only 846 compared to Han Solo's max score is 1128. So those are some things to consider. If you have a higher level Han Solo, you may want to consider using Han Solo over Mace Windu. So another factor you want to also take into is how effective are the abilities. So one way to really test it out, and this will work for everybody, is play all of these zooms in their respective group and don't turn on any of the bonuses. This will allow you to have a relatively good calibration to see which zoom is best to use. Now you could actually use the bonuses, but you'll end up using some coins, and that's okay if you have an abundance of coins. But if you are trying to save coins for the boxes, it's best off to not use any of the bonuses because you'll ultimately yield the same results comparing all of the zooms. And essentially this is what I did here. So by looking at these scores, it's clearly that Mace Windu is best for me to use. Now again, this may be different for everybody depending on what level they have the other ones at. And another factor is what other zoom shows up when you use these characters. So for me, all of these characters, their supporting zooms were relatively around the same level, so that didn't impact it too much. But you might want to take a look at that at the end of your games because that will impact each of the gameplay. But for me, Mace Windu clearly is the better zoom to use, and I'm seeing that across the board for most players at the moment, that Mace Windu is going to be the best selection for most people. Moving on to the next group, so Group B, we have Anakin Skywalker, Master Luke, and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So looking at the data, just how these zooms break down, Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is probably the one you want to use if you have them all on max score level 50. Master Luke is a close second, just looking at this information here. However, it does require less zooms for a full charge when you use Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So looking at the information here, it's probably best to use Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. So again, what you want to do is have a baseline for all three of these zooms and play a couple of rounds without any of the boost on and then see which one comes out on top. You could run these tests with the boost on, but again, you might want to just save the coins because ultimately you'll yield the same result. So at the end of the test, my results were kind of as expected, that Supreme Kylo Ren is the best zoom for me to use. And also, he yields more coins anyway, so if you have the boost on, you could actually come up on the positive side in terms of coin earning too. Same with Master Luke actually, so both of those are actually really good choice. So regardless of which one you use, I think Master Luke and Supreme Leader Kylo Ren are good options here. If you are going to invest in one of the zooms during the score challenge, I think Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is a really good one to invest your time and energy in, and if you have skill tickets, you could use it on Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I only have him at skill level 2, so I'm definitely going to be putting in some tokens to see about how high I could get him. He is one of the top coin farmers, so it's definitely a good investment. Now moving on to our final group here, Group C, we have Padme Amidala, Ben Kenobi, and Finn. Looking at this information here, it's pretty clear that Ben Kenobi is going to be the top scorer out of all of them. But again, you definitely want to take into consideration about how many charges it will take to use a skill and how effective the skills are. So looking at this information, it only requires 15 zooms compared to Padme Amidala, where it's anywhere between 17 to 22, and Finn has 17. So just looking at this alone, it's looking like Ben Kenobi is going to be your best choice. And again, you want to run the test with just a baseline to test them out before you want to invest heavier with coins on the bonus items, just to see which one would earn you the most points. And in my case, Ben Kenobi clearly beats out everybody. Even though I have Finn maxed out, he just didn't come close to my Ben Kenobi, who I don't have at skill level 6. So again, results will vary depending on which Zoom you have at what level. So this is what I suggest you to do, is do these baseline tests and figure out what works best for you. For the most part, most people are going to be using these 3 Zooms here, so I recommend for Group A, you use Mace Windu. Group B, you use Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Master Luke is another good one, and vice versa. If you don't have Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, then go with Master Luke. And then in Group C, Ben Kenobi is going to be your best choice. So these are the 3 that I'm using. Which ones are you using? Yeah, leave it in the comments box. Which Zooms are you using for each of these groups? Anyways, hopefully you find this video helpful. And I'm definitely going to be covering more Zoom content. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching.